Welcome to the Tangled Puppet. Okay, so let's get started with today's reading. Angels, ancestors of the highest, whitest light. We ask that you ascend down into this reading in this very present moment, okay? We ask that our higher selves ascend down into this present moment so that it can grasp and retain the lessons that needed to be gathered from this reading and from these influential words that you'll have me speak to the collective today, as I ask that you make me your vessel so that I may deliver this message clearly and precisely as you would have them. This is also going to be an ancestor reading today. So ancestors, we ask that you ascend down into this very present moment. I'm asking for my ancestors to ascend down into this very present moment. As above, so below. They already got my nose itching, so I guess it's time for the witching. Anyways, let's see. Where to get started at? Okay, so today, when my ancestors give me the message of how they wanted it to be delivered today, they started out with, they wanted me to represent them, to go back and represent the mothers and the women of the moon, La Luna, the lady of the night. So that's who we'll represent tonight, is the goddess, the lady La Luna. And that's who my ancestors would have me represent for them and ask for them to look for them tonight. So we could get the little feeling in here as the veil's thin. The unseen forces come through and start to influence each one of our daily lives. So, with that being said, as I'm sitting here, Man on the Run. I don't know if you know that song or not. Man on the Run. It's in my head. So, I'm picking up on a man that's on the run. He could be on the run from the law. Okay, so people or places and things that the ancestors wanted me to speak about is another song, Stairway to Heaven. So go look it up. But the way that they had me repeat it to you is probably not the way the song goes. This is how they would like me to tell the story for you tonight. So, a lady that glitters like gold, hoping that she can get what she came for. Words have two meanings. Songbirds that sing. Makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Whoa. A feeling in the west. My spirit is crying, but my dreams I see trees of green. And it really makes me wonder. It's a whisper from deep within. A new day, the forest will laugh again. Barking at the moon, again, crying, hoping someone will break the silence because they know they're doomed. They sold their soul at the last full moon, barking at the moon. There's a lady we all know too well. Just listen, a lady we all know has a story to tell. Just listen, there she goes. And she's buying her stairway to heaven. Two paths. You can go back. There's still time. Would you like to change your mind? It really makes me wonder. The piper's calling, dear lady. Your stairway to heaven is being paved. There's two paths for the dear lady that glitters like gold. So someone knows, but don't want to go. They're not sleeping. They're getting weaker over time. forever, I'm going to keep on loving you because it's the only thing I want to do. The ancestors are saying, it's been so long they've been gone, but hey, I had to move on. I'm okay since I've been gone. It's peaceful and quiet unless I hear you upset again, and then it all gets rumbling loud from deep within. Just sit, breathing in and release what holds you deep, tormented from deep within. As the exhale goes, good times come for you, my friend. And this is a message that my ancestors have for somebody of the last name Simpson or Simpkin. Good times are coming, so don't resist it. Somebody by the name of Sam, Kevin, Kent, Brenton, Braden, Braxton, Paul, Tony. These are all names of people that this message could be or from or to, okay? And Mom is recording, and that I said Brandon and Bratton.
I have Brennan.
Okay, so maybe Brennan, his name is important, okay? But let me carry on, please. So apparently, my younger son thinks that his brother's name could be very important to this read. So this could have something to do with somebody or to somebody named Brennan. I think he is trying to very much make us all aware of that. Okay, back to the little message here. So all those messages could be important. There could be a lady that feels like her soul is crying because her destiny lies in the West and it's keeping her pulled there. Maybe she has dreams of trees that are awful pretty green. Maybe she remembers times in the forest where she played and galloped through the woods laughing and carrying along all day. So maybe those messages could be important for this message. But this message is going to be for the divine masculines, ones that are already doing shadow work and on their way towards a more promising self-love, self-future. Not your karmatics or people who are happily in their self. No, this is for your higher vibing men, masculines, the divine masculine. This is going to be, your ancestral read. We're going to get the eye of the situation. Then we're going to go into the details of it, okay? Of what's going on for the divine masculine. So, Holy Father and angels, ancestors of this divine masculine that we're going to pick up on, we're asking that you go ahead and give me the eye of the situation, please. So, someone right off the bat, soul tribe and family wants to know, again, how teachable are you? Okay, so the collective message for the greater of the whole, for the divine feminines and the divine masculines right now, that pressing thought, again, being the map maker of your own destiny is coming back up here. But this is somebody who, in the past, had to really let go of everything and everybody that was not vibing of the higher light, that kept them going through challenges and battles, climbing up uphill mountains where the only thing they could do is go back to their ancient wisdoms, the carvings, the growth from deep within that our ancestors had laid down this path for this masculine. And this reason why he had to let all of these habits, people, and places and things that kept him in trials and tribulation, that kept him in survival mode, is because they kept him self-sabotaging to where his candle was blowed out, that his fire, his flame that rose from deep within his soul was beginning to be blowed out. But he kept having faith day in and day out. This masculine knew something was better to come. There was no way he could keep sitting in this victim mentality, this conscious mind that kept him feeling like the dark was just lurking right behind him to snatch him back down anytime any growth was showed. Maybe this was lovers and people from his past with sexual arts here. He would get involved with people and make sabotaging decisions that would, and his family, it would take him to self-sabotaging his family or his tribe, and that made him in more self-sabotaging situations. But he is to the point now that he has let go of all self-sabotage by this victim conscious mind with these sexual arts, and he had faith that he could be the rising phoenix. And that is allowing him to connect back in with this ancient wisdom from his ancestors. One of the tribe of Dan I'm seeing a tribe that goes deep, deep within. These are your magical map makers. These are the ones that are so magical in this lifetime, that have been magical in every lifetime. These are your ultimate creators. They are the shapeshifters of their own destiny while shape-shifting themselves. So these are men who have done tremendous shifting of their own destinies, their own lives. Ones that when they look back in the mirror, they don't recognize themselves anymore. And this might be a helpful tip for you masculines that are always shedding your new skin like snakes do. Make a video of yourself from today for your future self to look back on tomorrow to see how much tremendous amount of growth in yourself, your personality, and your living situation, just in your everyday. And that way you can look back at it and be like, damn, that's me right there. That's me. That's me. I did this. I created this. This is me right here. My true, authentic self. I am the one. I'm going to go ahead and get the layout out for the Divine Masculine. Okay, back to it. The energy surrounding these divine masculines right now is say what you mean what you say, self-love. So what you think about, you bring about. And this man is starting to really realize that. In times where he self-sabotaged through procrastination, he started paying attention to the signs and realized that he was putting together this life. He was the alchemist in his own life. And there was no way that he was going to create this beautiful phoenix rising through the stuff he said about his own self, the own self-sabotaging behaviors of procrastinating. And he really had to pay attention to the signs, because if you can't recognize your own behaviors in the own situation in your own life, what good are you to anybody, right? So he started building something different. The influence behind this growth with this masculine had to do with a soulmate, a hole in the soul, letting go, and inner child. So I want to get some more details on this before I say too much. But no, they're like, say it. So go ahead and say it. So the masculine paid attention to the signs. The signs about what? He found his soulmate. That's what he had to pay attention to, was the signs. The signs that, this could be a very fiery read. All of a sudden, I felt the heat coming through my body. So let's go ahead and get some more details and stop procrastinating on the situation. I know you're ready for the juicy details. Okay. So I would like more about this. Say what you mean what you say. Energy, please, Holy Father, about the divine masculine. Self-love, please explain. Show me about this procrastination card. Show me about this self-sabotage. Show me about this pay attention to the signs. Show me about the alchemy. The alchemy of the situation. Show me about the soulmate. Show me about the hole in the soul. We'll take the one that flipped out. Letting go. Explain this letting go. Show me this inner child. Show me about this beauty. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, I wanted to show you because it's like, yes. On the bottom of the other deck, we have the phoenix rising here. So that is both something rising up from the ashes. Like, yes, yes, yes. I finally got it. Yes, this is a masculine that is excited. I'm talking about he got some fire going with inside of himself. And I'm pretty sure this is about an air sign masculine. Okay, because it come out. But, okay, so in the summertime, this masculine went inside, maybe about a mother, or a mother said something to him that took him going deep inside, self-examining his unconscious mind, desires to know more, disconnecting from deep thoughts of self-sabotage. Mean what you say what you mean. Go deep within and find the love that you want from others within yourself and rise above, saying yes, yes, yes. Yes to this love. It is okay to be nurtured. It is okay to allow yourself to be loved, Mr. Man. And this could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, but the self-sabotage is because this man is the great mentalist, okay? It's all about the mind with him. He is somebody who's rational and upright, but he's also very quick-witted and unemotional because of this. He stays very detached from all folks around him. He probably feels uncomfortable in the room. They probably aren't even his friends anyways. He probably don't even like any of them, okay? But he's still there with them because these are people that are helping him network. This alchemy, this dream, this something to do with discord, like I said, networking, allowing him to remove the constraints to rewrite history, navigating and changing mind. Mind mapping is what I'm hearing. This man is a mind mapper, the great alchemist of the mentalist. The mental alchemist, the supreme mental alchemist is what I'm seeing. And he is rewriting history. He is changing things. And he paid attention to signs that were in the distance, to things that worked out and are taking off, leaving the past behind, letting go of all of this self-sabotage. But in the distance, there was something that was rising up. What was rising up for this man, and what changed him and turned him around this summer to this place of self-love? And that was this jackpot, this success, this great fortune, having plenty, money maker, sudden wealth, the real deal though, an accomplishment, taking advantage of my own future, the prime source, his soulmate. So this man met somebody, had an experience previous to summer, 3 to 6, 9 months, winter time, last winter, that awoke in his soul. It woke him up to realize that during his time of procrastinating and what he was doing while he was being the mental alchemist, the recent influences around him was one of regrets that accidents happen. Don't sweat the small stuff, mistakes, leave it in the past. This person, the soulmate, he felt like he should leave it in the past because he was working on something over here, being the great mental alchemist, right? And because of this, he had a hole in his soul, though. Minor problems started to pick up for him. Health, his mental games weren't working for him anymore. The alchemy of this mind, he wasn't able to lay down a rhythm or rhyme, I'm hearing. Something to do with music, the arts of it. She woke up his inner child down for the cause. Putting others first for the greater good. Heroic effort, purpose driven. Heed the call. She heeded the call and allowed his inner child to begin to heal. Something to do with crosses, something to do that made confusion of the mind. And there was confusion around this beauty, this it was tunnel vision of what he was trying to accomplish. He was hyper focused on it, had narrow vision. He almost felt like he had victim mentality because of how much effort he had put into this beautiful situation he was creating so that he could become on the rise, okay? And even though he wanted to procrastinate and take time off, relax and sleep and support the cause with inactive recovery and this friendship and this relationship, he was suspended in limbo and self-actualization that if I don't push forward to this, I will not make it through this burning of me, this burning of this book, of this time, burning and shedding this old me into this new me, allowing me to push forward and to come out this rising phoenix and unleash my creativity. With patience, I pulled the mask off and I showed my pride, and I'm no longer trapped inside. I'm no longer a sellout. I've done it. I finally completed it. Look, family, tribe, I've done it. I've found who I am. I remember who I am now. And I am this great mentalist that maps out the great illusions through words of the mind with a rhythm in a certain amount of time. That's the great musician I'm hearing, the great artist who took their mask off because he got help from above. His family and his soul tribe removed all the temptations and allowed him to be teachable for just long enough to unleash all of this creativity that he had patiently waited and waited and waited and waited and waited. And his dreams were finally completed because he had the courage to do it. Okay, so that's so exciting for this great mental alchemist, this journalist, this teacher, this wordologist. I like that word. So now that we know what's going on around this great divine masculine and what's going forward for him, show me some things he might need to be aware of, to look out for, to help him from hitting so many bumps. This is your destiny. So there is, for this workaholic who is discovering who he is, Just push through your insecurities. That's what they want to talk about. In times that you feel alone or like, do not block your heart chakra off though. That's where it's at. They want me to tell you to keep it balanced. Keep your heart chakra balanced, because that's how it's going to keep this whole situation and this quest completely balanced. Again, her hands are out. If you close up and you keep to yourself and you go inside yourself and you shut that heart chakra off, then you will shut off the energy that you were drawing in from the crowds and what's going on in your life right now. And just make sure that your self-worth and your self-love stays up, and that you clean and cleanse yourself through all of the energies and reject things that are negative of the unseen. And that way that you can continue to have growth and gratitude for this abundance that you're about to receive, baby. You done it. This man's about to be a star. And it's time. From dark to light in the dreams that weren't so bright. My mind got worried and made me scared, and I had a little fright. But I put in all my might. And it even gave me a little fright. But now my vision's clear. I can see my worth in the mirror. In the mirror. In the mirror. That old me's in the rear. In the rear, in the rear. I'm going to stay clear, because I know my future's near. Masculines, just keep pushing forward, because this is perfection right here. Have a good night.